You know, last week we shot an apparent controversial show about a homeowner that walked away from their house and left it vacant for a year and in return got rewarded by the bank to the tune of $28,000. Now, this set off a whirlwind of comments, some intelligent, some not so much.
That got us thinking. Let's do a part 2 and invite some of the naysayers back onto the show. That way they can support their position in person. Maybe even invite a respected short sale negotiator and an attorney as well.
Well, I thought about it and actually contacted these guys to come on the show, but then I started thinking about it a bit more, and you know what I came up with? No, we are not going to invite that negativity onto our show, and no, we are not going to sit here and explain why rewarding bad behavior is wrong. I know in my heart that it's wrong, and you guys at home know in your heart that it's wrong as well.
Giving a guy $28,000 that walked away and left his home vacant for a year and skipped out on the payments? I'm sorry, that's a bad idea, regardless of where the money came from. And quite honestly, shame on you if you're in this industry and you don't see the danger in this.
So here's the deal. We're going to rise above the negativity and move on. We do have a part 2 to the story. It just doesn't involve us responding to the naysayers because after all, 95% of the professionals that watched the show last week got it and were very supportive of the RE Source.
Which, by the way, we really appreciate. Thank you, RE Source Nation.
Before we move on, let me clarify some of the details in the comments from last week's show. $55,000 in seller concessions was not a gross exaggeration. We actually have the contract here for you. We agree it's multiple administration's fault. It's not a good idea for the banks to arbitrarily be giving money away. There should be a rhyme and a reason. We'll talk about that in a second. Short sellers typically aren't good candidates to refi. We all know why. Yes, we get it. Murder is a big problem. It just wasn't last week's topic. Gary is indeed a man. The chicken came first. Yes, the word ignoramus was thrown around in the chat log, and if you listen to the details of the show, the title does indeed make sense. And finally, yes, if you watch last week's show backwards, you'll hear AC/DC singing Mary Had a Little Lamb. Consider yourself fact-checked. Oh, by the way, the butler did it in the library with a candlestick.
So as Hill said, we do have a part 2. Although this week it involves a topic that the guys at TBWS already covered, and actually I'm pretty sure we shot a show on this as well.
We did. We actually talked about a pilot program from B of A where the bank would go in and forgive the second mortgages on homes that were severely upside down.
Well, wouldn't you know it, we're actually starting to see it now. Here in my pretty little hands, I hold a letter to a homeowner that says B of A is forgiving a second mortgage in its entirety.
All $205,000 of it gone, like Kaiser Soze.
Now before you naysayers start throwing stones, yes, we have the actual letter, and no, it's not a gross exaggeration. You can come see the contract for yourself.
A $205,000 second mortgage gone, just like that. Pretty crazy, huh? Well, here's my opinion on the matter, and feel free to chime in below. I actually think it's a good use of money. Now some of you guys are going to say, oh, these guys are hypocrites because they're just mad at the homeowner from last week getting $28,000, and now they're happy about this homeowner getting basically a $200,000 gift. But wait, there's a difference.
In this case, the homeowner stayed in the home and continued to make his mortgage payments while working diligently with the bank for a resolution.
That right there is the major difference. He didn't walk away and leave the home vacant and skip out on a bunch of payments. He stayed in the home and tried to do the responsible thing, and it paid off to the tune of $205,000. Now, this money may have come from the settlement or the Murr scandal or Bigfoot for that matter, but the important thing here is how the money is used and whom it's used for.
These incentives and erased second mortgages are designed for foreclosure mediation and foreclosure assistance. Removing a massive second mortgage from an underwater homeowner, while sure it's controversial, it kept a family in their home. Giving a guy $28,000 after he's proven he doesn't care what happens with his house or his neighborhood, that's just a waste of money.
Let's use this money wisely and not arbitrarily give it out. There are responsible people that are upside down that really want to stay in their homes. Let's use this money to help those families stay in their homes.
The good thing here is that we are finally starting to see viable options and solutions to stabilize the housing market.
What we need to focus on now is making sure these funds are appropriately distributed to homeowners that are actually trying to do the right thing versus homeowners that are just trying to take advantage of the situation and get a quick paycheck. What say you, RE Source Nation? Remember, keep it clean and professional. It's okay to disagree on things. Just remember, we all want a stable housing industry moving forward. We'll see you guys next week.
Where you been all my life?